doesn't, then you've come to the right place. This is Cocktails with Patrick. Cosmo Radio's resident hottie Patrick is here, and he's about to take you on a tour inside the male mind. Find out what guys are really thinking about and get help with all of your relationship drama. Warning, ladies, he tells it like it is.
Deal with it.
That's a good thing. It's Cocktails with Patrick on Cosmo Radio, Sirius 111 and XM 162.
It's Cocktails with Patrick, Cosmo Radio, Sirius 111 and XM 162. Look, they're all like that. Here's the bottom line. We all are freaks, okay? Even the prudest of prude girls has this side to her that it just takes the certain, how do you say, touch to get it out, okay? I'm continuing a conversation that was going on, but it is Cocktails with Patrick, Cosmo Radio, Sirius 111 and XM 162. Big Thursday show as we take you down the stretch. We're going to have last call in just a little bit. We'll take you up until 80s 5 West, of course, get in bed. This is a big week here because it's Bikini Boot Camp week here on Cosmo Radio. And basically, it's Cosmo's way of saying, here comes the beach, ladies, and you're going to want to be in bikini shape. And so we've been kind of bringing on, let's see, we had, what was our girl's name? I really liked her. She's doing like
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Yeah.
I bet our next guest probably knows her because she's like what's her,
Maybe.
Cynthia
Condi.
Condi. Jeff, no. He's like, nah. Okay, here's the deal. It is Bikini Boot Camp week here on Cosmo Radio, and who better to have than Jeff Halevy, who HalevyFitness.com. You should check out the website. Really cool, good-looking dude. You'll go there. You get all horny and happy. He's like, what's going on, dude? What did I just walk into? But Jeff is a former amateur fighter, one of New York City's top fitness coaches and personal performance coaches, also the former managing director of the ultra-exclusive Sitara's Fitness, whose membership included the world's greatest business titans, pro athletes, and discerning clientele. And without further ado, we welcome Jeff to the show. Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Good, man. First of all, I just don't like when like big buff dudes roll in. You just feel like such a minion and a weak piece of crap.
Wow.
I'm over here. I'm like, I went to the gym today. I'm going to bring my friend in Zach today, but I went to the gym today. I was feeling pretty good about myself. Then Jeff kind of struts it, and you're just like, wah, wah, wah. But that's why we have you, man, because this is now Bikini Boot Camp week, okay? And you kind of get the idea. It's getting girls ready for the summer to put the bikini on. And I think that girls are under the assumption that guys don't freak out about, hitting the beach and stuff like that, too. But you know this from your clients and stuff. Guys are just as self-conscious about their bodies and that kind of stuff as well, don't you think?
Hear it nonstop. Nonstop. Worried about my gut, the love handles. Guys even talk about their butts too.
Yeah, no, they got their ass not looking quite.
Girls think they're in it alone, with the whole butt thing. Guys are in it too.
We're gonna walk through some things and just kind of take what I want to do is approach this is taking the fear out of the gym for women, if that makes sense. Like, because I know that it's a daunting kind of intimidating thing. I know when I've was sick or something, I take a few weeks off. You kind of get back in the gym, you just don't feel like as well balanced or right. So we're gonna, for people that have been thinking about getting a membership, maybe we can walk through the whole process. And Jeff's here again. Don't check out the website. I think you're going to enjoy it. Halevy Fitness, HALEVY Fitness.com, and check Jeff out there. Now, I brought in my friend, and so we'll get to him. You're looking at a man that, honestly, Zach, how many pounds have you lost so far?
23.
23 pounds. And that's pretty impressive. I mean, and it's only been over, what's it been, like 3 weeks or something, Leah?
No, it's been like a month.
A month?
A little over a month.
A month. And this is a concern, though, that I'm sure that you have where people, one of the things about working out is you get that immediate, because you have been stagnant or something, you get that immediate feedback, and then you kind of plateau. And I think you can speak on this better to Jeff than myself, Zach. You kind of feel like it's frustrating when you kind of hit that plateau.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been working out a lot lately, but I've been eating right, eating healthy, eating the right foods, eating the right amount of food, not overeating and everything. And I lost a lot of weight, but now I'm sort of just hitting that.
Where 3 weeks in a row you hit the scale and you're like, nothing's really happening.
I've
right?
lost maybe a pound here, if that.
Yeah, and then your motivation probably starts to wane.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what happens to everybody, and people will often kick off this incredible regimen where they start eating right, they're doing all of the right things, and if you don't have the fitness component there, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to go as far as you want it to. You need to kick your metabolism up, You hear that all the time. What does that really mean? It actually means a lot of things, and it's probably a whole hour's worth of speech that I'm sure you don't want to hear now.
You got time.
But the bottom line is that you need to increase muscle mass because that is going to consume more calories every day. And then the way that you work out is also going to be very important too. The idea is you want to get as much of an afterburn as you can from your workout.
What does that mean?
Well, there's something called EPOC. I'm going to get a little nerdy now.
No, that's okay.
So there's something called EPOC. It's excess post-exercise oxygen consumption.
Whoa, you just freaked me out. This guy knows what he's talking about, Zach.
So I'm just faking. So there's something called EPOC, and basically what it is a caloric afterburn that you get. So after you finish working out, when you go and sit at your desk or do whatever it is you do, you're going to still continue burning more calories than you did before as your body fights to regain homeostasis or a resting state.
Okay.
So by going very high on the intensity scale for short bouts is the most surefire way to drive that up. So you can get this incredible return, minimize your time in the gym, and really maximize the results.
So when you're seeing guys stand in the gym for a while and like take 10 minutes between sets, they're really not doing. You're saying high intensity, shorter workouts, whether it be cardio or even weights. So like for girls that are listening right now, and maybe even Zach, if he gets to the gym and gets on a treadmill or an elliptical machine, would you suggest not necessarily the miles and miles, but more intensity, like interval training?
Bingo. All the evidence out there supports exactly what you just said. And there, I mean, I'm not going to bore you with this scientific data, but you can actually look this stuff up. Anybody can look this up on the internet. And the more intense you go while you're there, the more of a return you're going to have. You don't want to spend 45 minutes just trudging along on a treadmill.
Okay.
Look at the people who are trudging along on a treadmill for 45 minutes. What do they look like?
Epochs. No. I had to throw it in. No, you're right though. And so, and you know what? It is weird because you go there and sometimes you feel like, oh, I only spent a half hour in there today. But you're saying as long as you get in the right type of workout, a half hour, 45 minutes, is that enough?
I train some top hedge fund guys. I don't know if you guys know hedge fund guys.
Yeah, I make like 20 grand a year, dude.
Well, these hedge fund guys have minimal time to work out. And sometimes there's one client I'm thinking of in particular who always comes in and he goes, okay, we have 10 minutes. This is not an exaggeration, by the way.
Right.
Okay. 10 minutes is enough. Long story short, if you're doing the right things, you're hitting it very hard, you're minimizing rest and really pushing yourself the most that you can during any given exercise, you will see returns from it.
Halevy Fitness. This is great. Jeff Halevy joins us here on Cocktails with Patrick Bikini Boot Camp. We got a bunch of questions for him. If you want to chime in, 888-81-COSMO, 888-812-6766. And don't forget, again, I put down the PDT, Halevy Fitness. I wanted to ask a question for you, Zach, and you and I were talking about this. Finance is tough right now. Gym membership is legitimately $80 and upwards of that. For Zach, who's been eating so well and actually really been doing well, but can't necessarily get into the gym all the time, is there a workout you would suggest? Is that kind of where you...
That's what I was going to ask. Is like sometimes, I mean, even I do more than just work here. Also, I do outside stuff. But is there stuff like if I can't get to the gym, something at home I can do, like just make a home workout, sit-ups, push-ups, anything creative like that?
Great question.
I get that question frequently. Especially, I get this in the context of what do I do when I travel? Right?
Right, of course.
You're traveling, there's no gym, or the gym stinks, or they close it at 8 p.m., and your day runs long. You don't even get the chance. You have the best intentions, or you come home, you have the best intentions, no tools, right?
Exactly.
Best thing you can do is use your body weight to your advantage. There are about 1 million exercises that you can do. Push-ups. I mean, just the return alone that you get from push-ups. Have you ever seen guys who come out of prison who are locked up?
Just jacked.
Jacked, right? And a lot of it is really using their own body weight. Now, some of them get, their time
of course.
lifting the weights too. But a lot can be accomplished with just your body weight by changing your angle. I mean, you can make push-ups alone so hard. Body weight squats. You can incorporate plyometrics and actually jump up out of the squat.
Yeah.
You can do things that are going to burn calories like you wouldn't believe. And if you use the principle that I was mentioning before, going high intensity,
right,
then you're golden.
And I know Zach is like a big runner. He used to play soccer and stuff, right? And you've been running lately. Do you recommend like running outside? So instead of just like trotting around at a snail's pace, you're saying would you recommend like some sprints and then walking and then sprinting and getting the heart rate up?
Doing like stairs or something.
I'll let you guys be the experts.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You've watched marathons on TV, right? Mm-hmm. When you see people cross the finish line, I'm not talking about the winners. I'm talking about average Joe and Jane who cross the finish line. What do they look like?
Struggling.
And what's their body look like?
Not necessarily what a runner would, what you would think they would look like.
So we're in agreement, right?
Yeah.
Think about sprinters.
That's a great
now.
point, actually. Yeah.
Sprinters. What do sprinters' bodies look like?
Sprinters are usually muscular, toned.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to go and run a slow 8-miler? Or do you want to get out there, kick your butt a little bit, suffer for it a little bit, but also reap
that's really well put, because now I'm thinking about, like, even people that run long distances, you're like, you run a lot? It doesn't even look like you exercise. But that's very interesting.
I think we've all had that experience where we meet someone who says, "Yeah, I ran 5 marathons," and you look at the guy,
you're like, "No way." Yeah,
there you
absolutely.
go.
I actually have another question to follow on that. I don't know if it makes a difference at all. Do you have a preference, or do you think it's better to work out morning, mid-afternoon, or at night, or before breakfast, after breakfast? Any type of stuff like that?
That's an excellent question. The best time of day, I mean, the simple answer is this. The best time of day is when you feel that you're going to be able to make the most out of the time. That's really the straightforward answer. So if you know you're going to be rushed in the morning and not really give it your all because you got to get ready and whatever it is, you have too much stuff on your mind, it's not the right time for you. Same thing for the end of the day. If you just want to chill out at the end of the day, you're not going to feel that motivated. But for someone in your shoes, what I might recommend, and I don't know enough, about you to really give this advice, but I might recommend getting it done in the morning. First thing, get it out of the way, because you said you do have a very busy day, and God knows how you feel at the end of the day. So I think it might be a little easier to wake up an hour earlier. We all suffer sometimes.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Get it out of the way, and that way at least you've got it done. By the end of the day, we all want to do the same thing, and it's the same thing I want to do.
Zach's going to come in just looking like Jeff next week. After all, it's going to take me a little bit longer than that. But all right, 888-81-COSMO, 888-812-6766. It's Bikini Boot Camp week. It's Cocktails with Patrick, and we're excited to be joined in studio by personal trainer and also an ex-amateur fighter. So stop, don't talk trash like you were talking behind his back earlier.
You didn't tell me that until now, so obviously won't talk any more trash.
He's one of New York City's top fitness coaches and personal performance coaches. Halevy Fitness. I put it up on the PDT. We'll also tweet it. Halevy Fitness. That's his website. Girls, you'll like it. Trust me. Just go check it out. Leah already likes it, I'm sure. Claudia in Louisiana has a question for Jeff. Hi, Claudia.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Do you have a question for Jeff?
Yes, my question was the following. I invested and bought a Precor elliptical machine, and I do it for about 55 minutes every, 3 or 4 times a week. But since he was talking about intervals, I usually go up to 14, which is a max on an incline, and then I do about 3 minutes, and then I do another 25 minutes, whatever the rest is, on 12. So is it okay to, go high and then, certain parts of the elliptical impact certain parts of your body? What does he have to say about that?
Claudia, thank you. Did you get all that?
I think I did.
Okay, go for it.
I think, I got to start off by saying this, and that is I'm not the biggest fan of the elliptical.
Okay.
Call me old school, but if you're doing an exercise that you can't imagine yourself doing, or see somebody else doing without the piece of equipment there, I would say don't do it. So when you don't see people, walk around. I mean, think about that body position you have on elliptical. Yeah, on your toes. Just kind of, or the gazelle and all this. I mean, look, something's always better than nothing, and I certainly don't want to discourage anybody.
Right.
Anything you do is better than doing nothing. But at the same time, I'd really look for exercises that replicate real-life activities. Look, as cavemen, we were not ellipticaling away from the saber-toothed tiger. We were jetting, right? Sprinting, right?
Yeah.
Dog chases us. What do? Sprint.
Get the hell out of there.
That's what we're wired to do. So I would suggest maybe making a transition, assuming that Claudia is comfortable with it, over to a treadmill if she is comfortable. At the same time, it sounds like you're mixing up your intensity levels, which is good, but you want to really push yourself to the point where you really can't sustain the effort that you're having at any one point in time for more than maybe 40 seconds to a minute.
Interesting. So going that hard.
Yes, I would push it, assuming that she's in good shape and she's built herself up to a certain level.
Right.
I'd really push it a bit. And at advanced levels, you go as hard as you can.